What's up guys, I hope you're having a great day. In this video I'm giving you my top 3 NFT projects to mint in February. It is the 1st of February, so obviously we want to know what to focus on over the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, when we're now in February, because there's so many projects coming through on the NFT market that it's kind of difficult to keep track of. And these 3 I'm going to talk about right now are ones that are going to come up here in February. This one, Hypebears, everybody knows it obviously, is going to be on the 2nd of February. These 3 projects I'm going to talk about right now are all very obvious, have a massive following, massive hype around them. Everybody knows them. Here, if you look at Hypebears and their Twitter, it's at 210,000 people already, even though they haven't even released the NFT yet. If you look at Pixelmon, which is one of the other ones, it's at 152,000. Again, everybody's talking about it. There's a massive hype around it. And then the third one isn't open yet. The third one is, or should we just leave it? All right. I'll leave the third one for now so you can have a guess on what the third one will be. What I will give away is that also the third one has a massive following. It's very obvious that I'm going to talk about this. So there's a lot of other projects as well where it might be a little bit easier to get on the whitelist, and they're also minting in February. I've got a lot of requests of people to focus on these videos a little bit more because people want to know how to get on these whitelists, what to do for it, what to look out for, and whether the projects, that you get whitelist done, should you actually mint them, yes or no, etc. So we're gonna do these videos a little bit more often, and we're gonna kick it off with the most easiest and obvious one. So Hypebears, right? The mint is happening tomorrow. If you can still get on the whitelist, might be a little bit difficult. They're giving whitelist spots away on their Twitter. You gotta like retweet and whatever they do, like giveaways, etc. So you can definitely still get on their whitelist. Here, what was yesterday or 2 days ago? Last Twitter whitelist giveaway for Hypebears, and after that they didn't do it anymore. But we're still going to be able to potentially mint one after the whitelist, right, for the public mint. And do we want to? Well, the mint price is 0.4 Ethereum, right? This is the team. They're kind of still a little bit unknown, but 0.4 is massive. It's a very high price. Why is it? Well, I think, I'm sorry. What I think is that they've kind of looked a little bit at Hypebeast and saw what the hell happened there with the price, with the floor price of Hypebeast after they released, and that's why they decided to go that high with their mint price. I don't know whether that's true or not, but it does make sense. Why? Is because if you look at OpenSea and you go to Hypebeast, right? Hypebears, Hypebeast, very similar. You look at the style of it, very similar as well. Oh, that was wrong. Hypebeast. If you look at the style, very similar, right? These are the end. Is this correct? Hold up, what are we doing here? Hypebeast, Hypebeast collections, accounts. What's going on here? We'll just go to the stats. If we look at the overall look of, here it is, Hype Prime. There we go. The overall look of this project and the style of it, then of course this is very similar with the style of the creation as the Hypebear, right? And Hype Prime was minted on the 19th with a mint price of 0.2 Ethereum, which was quite a lot already. People were saying it beforehand, oh, that's quite a lot, that's a high mint price, why is it so much, right? But then after that, boom, floor price went to over 9 Ethereum right now. It went straight up to like 6 Ethereum on it. They've already traded 29,000 Ethereum in volume, which is insane in that short period of time. But the amount of sales at the start were massive already, right? All the way after the launch, after the mint, floor price went up above the 6 Ethereum, which is insane, right? And it just kept going up. Usually it slows down a little bit again. Here you can see the hype went up and up and up. It's the average price was 8.2, then it slowed down a little bit, even went down to 7 again, and now it's back up all the way to 9. There's just so much hype around it. I want to see what happens when they actually get released. Usually after the release, floor price drops a little bit. But moral of the story is these guys are pretty similar. They have so much hype around them. They can probably get away with 0.4 Ethereum. Why? Well, because people that missed out on Hypebeast and they see similarities here, they really want to get into this because they're already going to assume floor price is going to go up. People can make massive money on it, etc. So that's why they can get away with a 0.4 floor price. But again, it is, in my opinion, still quite a lot. Here on the website, there's not that much information. I can just scroll up and down and that's it. We can't really find too much. What we need to know is this, right? The NFT is going to be a NFT that actually can't be used as a profile picture, because I think the reason is because it is a moving one, right? So some of them, there's one of them that dances. I think the one is funny. Ah, that's this one. Here we go. That's the salsa dance. Um, they move, so you can't use that as a profile picture. And of course, people these days want to have a profile picture, especially with projects that are going to do well. It's like status and whatnot. So you're going to get two NFTs. One of them can be used as a JPEG as a profile picture, and the other one can be just used as, you know, the actual one. We don't really know yet when you sell them what the setup is going to be. Can you sell both of them separately? Is it just going to be a separate NFT that you get that you can use for the profile picture, etc.? I don't really know all the details yet. They haven't released any of those details yet, so we're yet to find out. But you know, if that's the case, two NFTs, 0.4, still expensive. There's a lot of hype around it. All right, cool. It kind of does make sense. So I haven't got the whitelist for this. I don't really have the time to focus on all of that, but this is one of them. I know a lot of people have been fighting for these whitelists, so I'm curious to see what the floor price is gonna do after the mint. I definitely do expect quite a lot. I think that the same as Hypebears, the NFT or the floor price here of these NFTs can definitely go towards 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ethereum. So yeah, I'm curious to see what happens there. The roadmap after that, what happens is there's the social club. There's going to be a coin. They're going to release the Hypebear coin eventually. That is going to get some utility. There's going to be a staking released. There's going to be a profile. So here the profile picture mint isn't actually until later on. The exact dates of all of this isn't familiar yet, isn't known yet. So you actually have to wait until you get your profile picture, unless this is not in chronological order, or unless they're gonna do this straight away after the mint. Maybe potentially that could be the case. And then there's gonna be Hypebears merchandise, as with a lot of other projects. So that's the first one. Second one, we're gonna get into Pixelmon. Obviously, another very well-known project, very obvious to mention this one. It is launching on the 7th of February. So tomorrow we have Hypebears, and then on the 7th we have Pixelmon. Is that correct what I'm saying? Actually, yes, that is correct. I'm not saying. Pixelmon public sale on the 7th. What is Pixelmon? It is an NFT game. It's going to be a play to earn game. It looks very awesome. I think that's why it has so much following already. People just love this style. It looks fun. It looks cool. It looks interactive. It looks happy in some form of way. And people always have liked these type of games, right? As you can see here, Minecraft is like this, the image of it, which is very similar. People always somehow like to play these type of games. It's like a Lego type of style game. But not just the overall look of it, they've actually thought things through quite a lot. So it's a AAA game, which means there's a big budget set aside to develop this game. So we are Web3, we are Pixelmon. They focus on making things fun a little bit more, and yes, they're a AAA game within the NFT space. Their goal never was to create an NFT collection that was a game attached to it, but instead they focused on creating a game that had an NFT collection attached to it. So they did it the other way around, which makes sense because a lot of people are just creating an NFT collection and they're like, all right, cool, you know what, we're just gonna make a game to it. Why not? Because we're in the play to earn scene and that's what everybody does, so we should too. But instead of that, they focus on creating a game, and then they've used it to, or they used NFTs to, you know, mix it up with, which is a very smart decision. Why? Is because every single game eventually will have to go over into the play to earn scene, into the crypto scene, into the metaverse scene, because otherwise you're gonna get left behind. May not sound like a big difference, but the difference is truly astronomical. Astronomical, yes. It allowed our greatest minds to explore the fast world of gaming industry to not only develop a game that will be super fun and immersive, but also one that reaches beyond the NFT space because it's just so damn good. The explanation is very well done. So the pixel vision, this looks cool, right? It's funny because it kind of looks so simple, but in reality, it's not that simple to create something like this, and it's also not simple to come up with something like this, right? Creating Pixelmon in a virtual world, that's too captivating to put down. The whole storyline here is just sales, selling their own project. Backing it up with Web3, we aim to attract the mainstream market to the crypto gaming room. Through Pixelmon, we're we as a Web3 community can prove to the world that NFT games aren't limited to 2D pixels that run across the screen, but they can stack up to some of the biggest video game titles out there. Pixelmon will be at the forefront of the crypto gaming movements. It will change the game. Will you join us? All right, cool. So fast forward a little bit, it's going to be Generation 1, Pixelmon. So there's going to be more generations eventually, and there's going to be a sale. You're going to have the Pixelmon token as well in Q2 of 2022. That's when they will release that token. When holding a Pixelmon, you will have benefits from the token release. At the end of Q1 of 2022, early access to Pixelmon Alpha release and more, which is the game, will be released as well by then, right? They're gonna release a Dutch auction. So what does that mean? Price is set at a pretty high level at the start and then slowly, gradually move its way down, which has been done by Azuki, which has been done by other projects as well. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but with Azuki it definitely went very, very well, and these guys are mimicking the same style. To be honest, I don't know why it says Dutch, right? I don't know if it has anything to do with us Dutch people, but if you know anything about why it's called the Dutch auction, let me know. I've never really looked into it, to be honest, but this is how it's going to be set up, right? There's going to be 3 phases. The first one is the public phase. Then after that, there's going to be a main phase and then the third phase. So on the 7th, even if you don't have a whitelist for this project, you can mint one. There's going to be approximately 7,950 Pixelmon available for the mint. And it's going to start at, where is it? Start at, well, I thought there was 1. Drop by 0.1 every 10 minutes until it reaches, where is it? First phase, or did I just already read it? I didn't, did I? First phase of the sale will be public Dutch auction, begins on Monday, 7th February, will be available for mint at the starting price determined by the Pixelmon auctions. Price will drop, so the price is not familiar with. I think I read somewhere that they're starting at 1 Ethereum, but could be totally different. And then you can mint up to 2 Pixelmons, and then it's gonna drop down every 10 minutes with 0.1 Ethereum. So the trick is are you gonna wait until the end when the price is at 0.2, or are you afraid that it's gonna sell out very quickly and that you're gonna have to pay too much? For me personally, I definitely want to be a part of this on the 7th. I like the hype around it, and I definitely want to see if I can mint a couple, but I'm not gonna pay like over 1 Ethereum for it. I wouldn't even pay like half an Ethereum for it, because I like to flip things. I know I'm not involved with projects for too long, unless I really do like the overall project itself, and I like this, but not for me to hold for too long. So I would start looking at buying one below the 0.5 Ethereum, depending on how many people are still minting it at that time. If it's going very quickly and this number is going down quickly, I would probably mint one. If it's not, then I'm just gonna wait until 0.2 and see if I can swoop 2 at that price, which would be, of course, best case scenario. Then after that, that's for the people with the mint list, the people that had minted, that have a mint list already, which is going to be a quarter of the last sale in the public. So let's say they end up with 0.4, then the mint list will have 0.1. If it ends up 0.2, then these guys are very lucky and they only have to pay 0.05, I think, unless there's a minimum amount, but it's not explained here. And then the third one will be for the guys within their own community that will have an opportunity to swoop another one. This is only happening if not all of them are minted in the first 2 phases, which we probably can expect that will happen anyway. So that's most of the things that we know. There is a demo that you can play already, but it's not on MacBook yet. It's only on PC, on Windows. So I'm not able to play this one for you guys. Otherwise, I would have just played a quick demo for you. But this project, definitely awesome. Play to Earn is kicking off. Everybody's excited about the Play to Earn scene, and these guys are going to be a big player in this world. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen there. Then the last one is Invisible Friends. You guessed it already, probably. No, we don't want to have the whitelist. It is Invisible Friends. So Invisible Friends, same story here. Very, very, very popular. If you look at their Twitter, they have almost 400,000 followers already on Twitter, and they haven't even done their mint yet. But these guys aren't new in this space. They have actually done a lot of this already. Motion by Marcus is one of the guys. If you look at, I think it's this guy. If you look at his, what is it called? This one, Instagram, for example, he's a very, very, very popular guy here. 205k followers. This is more about his art, people that like art, people that are into art a little bit, follow this guy, and he has a very specific style that apparently attracts people, right? Sure, the Invisible Friends looks cool, but you know, to have 205k followers, to have 400k followers on Twitter purely by just the art, well, that doesn't make sense to me, right? So there's a little bit more to it. There's gonna be a little bit more to it. These guys do know what they're working on. They've had other businesses established already. It's part of 3 different projects, and there's gonna be utility behind it, etc. So it's just more than just a picture. But the cool thing with this is these guys had a massive following already before they got into the crypto space. So if we quickly go back to their Twitter, this one doesn't actually have its date announced though, I believe. We still have to wait until the exact date that it is happening in February, but we don't really know how. So you can get into the early access list, which means that you're gonna get onto the whitelist, right? But how to do that is you're just gonna be very active. You gotta do like giveaways, or you gotta do like quizzes, you gotta play games. Sometimes they do like a competition where you gotta create something and the best creator gets onto that whitelist, etc. So there's definitely possibilities to still get on there, and there's still a couple of spots left, but it is a lot of work. So you got to be really willing to put in the extra mile and put in the effort to get onto the whitelist for this one. It is in February. The actual date isn't determined yet. The price isn't determined yet either. So will being a holder of previous project help? Yes. So what you can do as well is you can buy one of the other NFTs, and then you can just get some of the other NFTs, and then it's gonna help you to get onto the whitelist for this project, right? So let's see, where is the other project? Twitter Foundation. There's probably a link to it somewhere, isn't it? Links. Do you guys see the link? Where's the link one? Links, hoots, links. Twitter, Discord, OpenSea. Here we go. Slim Hoots. You can buy these. Well, this is part of their projects as well, right? So the floor is sitting at 2.66. I believe if we have the correct one here, that is the one that you need to get, because there's more of them, right? What we need to do quickly, so I don't say anything wrong. Yes, we are random. Slim Hoots, Mood Rollers, and Invisible Friends. So Invisible Friends is the one we looked at. Slim Hoots is the one that we just opened up here with a floor of 2.66. And then you have Mood Rollers as well. And Mood Rollers is, again, one of their projects that is involved. So you open up their Discord from Mood Rollers or Slim Hoots, you go to the exact same one. Random characters, right? This is their overall motherlyhood project, and they've came up with 3 different separate ones, and we already know that the other ones did very well. So the random character and the Slim Hoots, they both did very well. So that's also a massive indicator, of course, of Invisible Friends that is going to do well itself, right? So Mood Rollers has a link towards their OpenSea as well, and here you can see their floor price is sitting at 2.6, so roughly the same. Slim Hoots and Mood Rollers, roughly the same floor price. Does that mean you can have certain expectations of Invisible Friends? Yes, it definitely does. So what is Invisible Friends itself? Well, there's a couple of things to it. So as I said, we don't know the exact date yet, but Marcus is one of the guys that's working on it. Then it's Random Character Collective, right? They're a proud member of this, which is an animator collective, which is their overall project that comes up with different other projects. They've already done they've announced all of this on their Twitter. They've already done their merch, right? The sale has already ended from their merch. There was a lot of hype around it. Everybody wanted to get stuff from their merch itself. I think it was like the 29th of January or the 30th of January when they stopped doing that, and then people sold all the merch, and people, I don't know when they're actually going to get all the merch, but they're going to get it soon already. So even though they haven't even done the mint yet, the people already really wanted to get their merch. Probably people that don't even have the whitelist, so they just hope they're gonna get one of these, bought merch. So it might end up that they won't have any of the NFTs, and they still do have the merch, which is gonna be funny because you can probably sell that merch for also quite a lot of money, right? Here on the 31st, they said 12 hours left on the merch sale, so that means that on the 31st later on then that merch sale ended, and there's around 500 early access spot left to give, which is one day ago. So there's still definitely a couple of hundred spots left for people to get out. They might do a Twitter contest soon and wallet collection starting soon. So there is still possibilities to get on a whitelist for Invisible Friends as well. You just gotta go through that Twitter and be very active and just make yourself known and make sure that people see you here, so that the mods themselves, they're gonna choose who gets the role and who doesn't get role. Also, very high expectations of this project, even if it's just alone from knowing who's behind it and knowing what the results were from the previous ones. They are gonna come up eventually with, which is set in here as well, what do you get from holding the NFTs. Let's see if we can find that one, but kind of comes down to, here we go, announcement, information, invisible information, teasers, facts, invisible facts. What happens? No. Are there more? What do I get for holding an invisible friend? There you go. What they're gonna do is access to the 3D invisible collection in summer 2020, future random character collective collections. So if there's gonna be future collections, you can get again a whitelist spot, same as what you would have if you had the Slim Hood or the Mood Rollers right now. There's gonna be a 3D ones, which could be an indicator of them going into the metaverse, which means they could potentially make a game, etc. But again, there's not that much known yet. This is just the crypto world that we're in. There's a lot of hype purely based around the name that's behind it and the image that's behind it, because they might not get into the metaverse. We will never know, or I will eventually know, but we can't ever know right now. So Invisible Friends, Hypebears, and Pixelmon are the three most hyped projects going on right now of mints happening here in February. Please let me know, guys, what you think of these three projects. Other than that, there's going to be a lot more projects about top threes of mints that you can focus on, that you can definitely get whitelisted on. So you want to stay up to date with all of that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.